Okay, what's up everyone? This is going to be another rant, and this is not on my planned rant list. Like I said, I was going to get out of the way first, but I've been wanting to rant about this in general, way before this was put on my requested list. So I'm going to do it now, and it's probably going to be a two-part because I have a lot to say about this. This is going to be a rant about the magical, wonderful, at times not so wonderful world of Xbox Live. And I guess you could also apply to PSN, even though I don't have a PS3. Now, what is Xbox Live and PSN? Well, this is mainly Xbox Live, because that's all I have. Anyway, Xbox Live it's where you play games on the Xbox, or what is now the 360. You play with people all around the country, and in some cases all around the world. You play different games, either competitively or cooperatively, and you talk with certain people, and you can put them on your friends list. They can join a party, which, a party can consist of X amount of people, and you can just talk without having to hear what everyone else is having to say, which most of the time is a good thing, because, various reasons, which I'm about to get to. Now, while it is a fun experience, being able to play any kind of game with any kind of person over the, in the entire world, playing for fun against people who are skilled, well, above your skill level, right at your level, whatever. With every good thing, there comes a bad thing. And there are plenty of things on Xbox Live that would, pretty much urge people to not get it. Or at least influence their decision. But, first part of this two-part mega rant is going to be the types of people who ruin this. Now, the first group of people, I can immediately just, right off the top of my head, say this. The little kids of Xbox Live. The little kids who are, now, normally when I think Xbox Live, I think around the teenage range, 13 through 19. Well, okay, maybe not 13. That's starting probably 14 or 15. But, whatever. I'll say 14. 14 seems safe enough. But that just seems like the majority to me. There are kids, who are not even double-digit age yet, who come on and just annoy everyone. Either with their high-pitched voice, which I know they can't help because they haven't hit puberty yet, but still. I have friends who have high-pitched voices, little kids over Xbox Live who I have on my friends list, who, yeah, they do have this, high voices, but they haven't hit puberty yet, but at least they don't go around screaming. It's the little kids. I'm not saying high-pitched voices are annoying. It's when they just know that it will annoy you, and they use that to their advantage. They scream, they cry, they whine, they bitch, they moan, they swear. Don't forget that. Kids that are less than half my age, I've heard, because you wouldn't think that kids that age would say this, because growing up, if, around my young generation, back when discipline was not considered so wrong, if you discipline a child for doing something wrong, back then, nobody thought anything of it, but now, you get sent to jail, you call it child abuse, blah, blah. Suck it up. Our asses got spanked when we were younger, you'll get yours. With the old paddle with the holes in it, for no air resistance. Anyway. Or the belt, don't forget the belt. Anyway. They scream, well, not scream all the time, but they spout cuss words like it's nobody's business. And these are 7, 8-year-old kids. They just yell and scream, and, you would never think this. You would think their cuss dictionary would only comprise of 2 words. The 2 most used words, like, the F word and the S word. But no. These kids have, I don't know where they get it from. They get it from several different sources, I'm pretty sure. But they just scream every single one they know. And they try to fit it into one sentence to make it sound like they're threatening someone, or they're going to sound smart saying it, or people are going to say, oh wow, that kid knows teenage language. Man, he must be cool. I wouldn't be surprised. You're young, you have a mentality like that, you're going to use it. But that's not how it works. At least I would hope it doesn't. And, there are kids who scream whenever they get killed in games like Halo 3 or Call of Duty, any Call of Duty. And they need to realize, this is Xbox Live. You're playing... Oh, sorry, it's got a slight sun glare going on. Okay, well, just deal with it. I don't feel like moving this thing around too much. It's Xbox Live. They're going to get killed. No player can go every game flawless. I don't care if they're using glitches or not. That's going to be part 2, by the way. At least part of it. They're just like, oh, how could I die? And I will admit, when you die sometimes, this happens to me a lot. And it pisses me off a lot. Like, take for example, in Call of Duty, it seems like you unload virtually your whole clip into one person who's not even using Juggernaut, which gives you extra health, which is really fucking cheap, and they don't die, and then they kill you with like 2 shots. I mean, yeah, that'll piss anyone off. I mean, that will. I mean, I have stomped the floor in such anger. How could that happen? You know, stuff like that. But these kids, I mean, they don't express their anger like that. They express their anger through tears and crying and damn this glare. Okay, I can't really help it. Okay, sorry, it's just gonna be a bit bright if I close these. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. Anyway, so they scream and they whine. You know, they're just like, that's how they vent their anger. They vent their anger with crying and everything. And, you know, people have to tell them, oh, it's nothing to cry over, it's just a game, and then they scream, and then they try to trash talk, which leads to another bad group of people, the trash talkers. People who, no matter how good or bad they do in a game, they always trash talk the other team, and, you know, often even members of their own team saying, oh, God, oh, man, you suck, I could be better than you. I mean, this particular story happened with me, or situation happened with me once in a game of World of War. This kid, who also fell into the category of, like, 8 years old, we were on a match in, like, Asylum, I think, and he went, like, 2-22, and he was trash-talking the best member on our team, who went, like, 17-1, and he's saying, oh, man, you got killed. This kid knows he sucked, but he's just trying to make other people feel guilty, like, people feel bad for him, and it doesn't work. You try to trash-talk people when you're less than half their, or when you're less than half their age, they're gonna just say, yeah. You know, I mean, most of the time they won't even dignify it with a response. They'll just say, yeah, whatever. Just keep telling yourself that. That's what I do. And it's also people who, like, if you're talking to a friend and they imitate everything you say just to piss you off. This also happened to me last night. This and a real-life friend of mine, though. This was perfect. I mean, he's just like, it's these, I don't know, it's just like, this kid's just trying to smart mouth both of us, and we'd shoot him out big time. We'd shoot him out. And he knew we did. And we didn't stop at all. We just kept going and going. We were like, yeah, don't ever mess with us like that again. You'll get it even worse. And, you know, I really should keep an eye on my clock. I don't know how close this is to reaching 10 minutes. If I don't want to go overboard again. I went overboard last time, so I think I'll just end part 1 here. Part 2 is going to consist of different groups of people. In this order, well, continuation of trash talkers, immature brats who are usually like young teenagers, and glitchers. I'm not going to go into like the racists and homophobes and sexists because that's an obvious problem anywhere, not just Xbox Live. But those 3 groups of people will come up next in part 2. So, stay tuned.